I'm Denver Digerati founder and creative director Ivar Azalea, and I'm really excited about this year's initiative to pull back the curtains a bit on Supernova and provide insight into the incredible universe of artistry and opportunity that we've been exploring for a decade now with our intense focus on digital animation. Now, I've delved deeply into numerous art forms in my past, with heavy concentration in cinema and contemporary art, but digital animation really brings my interests in creativity and artists into full view after my lifelong intersections with art. Today I'm going to discuss a topic that has been at the core of many in-person lectures I've presented, and one that is certainly topical for most people I come across that aren't exactly versed in digital animation. But before I begin, my background and t-shirt today are both by Max Hattler, an exceptional and highly recognized artist who many consider one of the most pioneering in experimental abstract digital animation today. I bought this shirt direct from Max's website. It was inexpensive, shipped from Hong Kong, arrived quickly, and it's really one of my favorites in my collection. I even received a nice compliment on the shirt from an older theater patron at last year's Supernova Live event. A very pleasant encounter and testament to Hattler's talent. And the shirt is based on his award-winning short, Divisional Articulations, from Supernova's 2017 festival, which hopefully draws your attention away from me today. Make sure to tell your friends and loved ones, even those you don't love, all about Supernova. It will make their world, and thus your own, a much better place, and we always appreciate the support. I'm often asked to explain the nature of digital animation and motion art to offer insight in understanding this developing art form. There are many ways to view the current zeitgeist within this field, one that bridges between film and various experimental time-based media, hand-drawn animation, and even traditional visual arts practices such as painting, sculpture, performance, installation art, etc., you name it. Digital techniques are simply tools artists use towards numerous goals, both integrating and inspiring the desire to engage a broader arts practice that seeks to keep up with technology's total transformation of the world. For some, they develop gradually, while for many others, like today's digital natives, they are of more primary focus. Digital tools employed to both develop and animate imagery has been an ongoing concern for a very long time. The first full wave of transformation could be considered to have occurred within graphic design and its heavy intersection with innovative commercial work applications. The introduction of computers and software allowed creatives to engage and experiment in profound ways and at a significantly faster rate. These developments soon found their way into animation, film, and music video, initiating an enormous wave in entertainment that is still nowhere near its crest today. It has taken much longer, however, to work its way into more traditional art forms, and largely in ways unseen by viewers. Curators, as well as patrons of the arts, are generally the gatekeepers of successful art forms, wielding great influence within the contemporary field. It has taken a vast amount of time for the shift to occur there, before individual artists would become willing to spend the time required to create truly extraordinary artworks. The general public, largely requiring artworks to have a human touch or artistic interface, are the last link in the chain of acceptance towards a more populist embrace. Now, the parameters for success within the digital arts began shifting more rapidly a little over a decade ago, recognized primarily through the efforts of select artists who began advancing the acceptance through motion-based artworks. It's not that hard to understand why. Moore's law, which states that society can expect the speed and capability of computers to increase every couple of years, while paying less for these exponential increases in power, grounds this shift in a common reality. With increased power and speed comes increased usability, aligning with software development and more expensive strategies in which it can all be put to use. Video gaming has played a massive role in this shift, as have the unbelievable advances within the structure of the World Wide Web itself, and the monopolies that now drive it all forward. There's no straight path that led to this transition within the arts. Rather, it's a natural integration affecting all fields. the foundation evolves further with each new generation. Today's digital natives are feeling far more comfortable clicking keys and buttons and embracing the magic of what then takes place in front of them. The vast gaming universe offers fun, engaging tools that accelerate cognitive development and offer powerful social engagement through a global network of enthusiasts. In just over 40 years, they've moved from clunky but charming, pixelated forms to undeniably vibrant, complex constructions. And there's really no argument as to why video games are easily the most popular and successful form of entertainment in the world, adding greatly to the dramatic shift towards an increase in visual literacy that technology rushes forward. I don't think I need to explain the influence of video gaming on today's artists, many of whom likely spent hours playing in their youth and continue into their adult lives. The tech engines used to create video games have also evolved dramatically to become cinematic tools where motion is paramount and the user-viewer navigates their own way in whatever world the artist-creator wants to imagine. Applying those techniques towards more artistic aims may seem a little like misguided judgment on the part of the artist, but really no more so than any step towards a path in the arts, considered by many in society to be a flawed career choice. I mean, it often is, at least until the geniuses of the world figure out how to make it entrancing and maybe successfully monetized. The influence of video gaming on digital animation is vast, but technology is simply a means to an end, with the end being experimentation and the desire to formulate ideas in a new light. Ideas and aesthetics, guided by digital techniques, are constantly advancing, perhaps already at a much faster rate than in traditional art forms. The market is always thirsty for new blood, and as artists start to consider all the tools available to them, grounded hopefully through a finer understanding of composition and artistic merit, there are really no limits to what will come next. All artists might be considered as working towards the sublime. Those wielding digital tools are no different. Today, there are certainly plenty of artists getting closer and closer, with each step promoting a stronger attraction to the next generation of creators. My entry points began with Denver-based artists Quentin Gonzalez and Milton Melvin Croissant III, yes, that's really his name, who defied my perceptions of what digital methods could achieve when applied within contemporary art. On a global level, artists such as Ryan Trecarton, Ian Cheng, and Takeshi Murata were making waves, finding acceptance on a much higher plane that would open up pathways for others to follow. Peter Burr certainly paved the path for many years, touring his Cartoonixpress curated programs around the country before settling into a practice that would elevate his own digital constructions in directions previously unknown. The last decade has seen the emergence of artists with singular, grounded practices such as Alex McLeod, Jeremy Bailey, Jonathan Monahan, Fayez Jaffrey, Katie Torn, John Butler, Brenna Murphy and Birch Cooper, Cassie McQuarter, Jaron Braxton, and so many others that have inspired our desire to create an umbrella in which to share and celebrate their work. All of these artists have pursued a desire to embrace and challenge computer software like never before and in the pursuit of art. It's one of the most exciting things that I think we can all follow and that the next generations will continue to follow with our guidance. A number of books have been essential in my understanding of arts in the digital age and the intersection with screen-based culture. Anyone looking for a deeper historic dive might hunt down books like Wolf Lieser's Digital Art, a rare guide providing an exceptional basis on the origins of digital art, leading all the way up to today's digital animation. Tom Sito's Moving Innovation delivers the most valuable and surprising history of computer animation in a thoughtful and easy-to-read manner. The Age of the Image, Redefining Literacy in a World of Screens is an essential read, author Stephen Apkon framing the shift to visual literacy in a historic capacity that is both tangible and captivating. Omar Khalif's You Are Here, Art After the Internet, as well as Julian Stahlbras' Internet Art, The Online Clash of Culture and Commerce, both offer valuable examples and insight into recent shifts occurring within art in the digital age. My favorite volume in relation to internet culture remains Peter Lunenfeld's The Secret War Between Downloading and Uploading, which is heavy in essential theory for some of the most seismic shifts computing power and platforms have brought about in the last 2 decades. What all these books have in common, besides their lengthy titles, is the ability to capture essential elements that frame a complex world that is being changed forever by technology and how that relates to art.